On the busy streets of Yarmul, a young girl is grabbed and moved into the shadows. I can't believe you did that. What's wrong with you? Do you have any idea what kind of trouble you just caused literally everybody? I don't care. Everybody keeps on telling me I'm wrong, and I did what I had to do. No, he's not going to trouble the farm anymore. No, you think so? You think you took care of things? You really think that way? You went to them. We don't have proof they went to us. You went to them, and you blew up the home. Now, you got lucky, or maybe you didn't get lucky. He wasn't home. You could have hit so many other people. That would have been worse. But hey, at least you only hit the guy who's in the pockets of the worst person possible. You just hit them, that's all. You just gave them incentive. Great. He's not gonna... You don't think they're gonna... I don't know what... I don't know... He's not gonna... they're not gonna... I don't know what they're... I don't know what they're gonna do. I'll be honest with you, Becca. I don't know what they're gonna do. But you need to lay low, all right? They're gonna send somebody, and I got friends here that can try to hide you, but I don't know how long that's gonna last. You just gotta lay low until, I don't know, until those guys get back, and then they can take you back home or something. Whenever they get back, however they get back. Okay. All right. Till they get back. Captain Carson is a 5'4" athletically built guy. Bit of a scruffy face overall, but despite his scruffy tendency, he is fairly well kept. Wears big black coat with a little pin of an eyeball in its lapel. You never see him without his rapier by its side. And as he fixes you with his third tired look in the last hour or so, what are you guys doing? Or rather, what have you been doing for the last 3 hours on this boat ride?
I've just been moving boxes, getting the supplies organized in a way that is ergonomically sound for the people coming through, and just kind of opening a thing at a time and seeing the contents and, really maximizing the workflow, really encouraging synergy amongst the ship.
And I'm moving smaller boxes.
And I'm moving no boxes. I'll go through and make sure ropes are properly fastened, knots are secured. I'll check to make sure things are rigged in a good way, and people can't see that I have a small survival handbook on hand where I'll thumb through and check different proper knot technique and examine knots and follow along step by step and make sure things are rigged up.
Yeah, you guys are assisting where you can, how you can on the ship. You've noticed a few oddities in the time that you've been here, keeping to your best efforts out of the sight of Mullum Rayscar and his crew. One, these boxes that you're moving around, they're mostly filled with sand. There's nothing really being transported here. There are boxes with the Panda Communications logo on it, but nothing of import seems to be inside. At very least, nothing that you can tell to be valuable. And Vale, as you're helping with the rigging, making sure everything is set up properly, there's something that you notice that's kind of odd about the route that this ship is taking. You're taking a weird circle, like you're doing a large loop back around. To your best understanding, to your best guess, the destination of this ship is Yarmul.
Vale will shuffle his way over to work on some ropes that are near where henchman-styled Reginald and Civic are, and will lean over while working to kind of like talk surreptitiously to the two of them. I'm a bit concerned. It seems like we're just doing a loop back to Yarmul again without accomplishing anything.
Oh, much like the Yarmul Drift popularized here.
The Yarmul Drift?
Yeah, it's when you take one of those motorcycles and kind of curb it around a
Oh,
bend and you kind of end up going in a circle.
that's cool. My first thought was that it's some sort of searching pattern. I don't know if they know where we're going, searching for that clone of Tandy who might have the artifact. Maybe they're just doing a loop to check.
I'll pull out my star charter, which kind of has a compass setting to it, and just try to see if there's any confirmation that we are going in circle, or if maybe we're following certain tides or anything that explains the movement of the ship.
Go ahead and give me an insight check as you're trying your best to ascertain what might be happening here. I'm gonna ask that this is a 9. You're looking for some like weather anomaly, basically, to help understand what's happening.
A 6.
6. Yeah, it's odd. Like, you notice that the pressures that you're getting and like the way that the stars are aligned here, it's you're just going in like a weird loop. Like, you draw close to some seashells and you pass small islands, and you feel like the goal is to make a large sweep out and then return straight back to shore. But that doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's best to keep our eyes out, but we mustn't raise too much suspicion. Maybe they have updated news and are returning, or perhaps I can casually ask the person captaining the ship if there's been any change in plans. And I'll kind of locate to see if anyone's kind of navigating, or is it like one of those pirate ships with the giant spokes in the wheels and the steering ship?
Yeah, you see Captain Carson steering the ship.
I'll go up to Captain Carson. All right, all the boxes are moved as instructed, and just making sure that everything is where it needs to be. Any other tasks you can think of?
No way, man. We just gotta get some distance, dude, and then we're supposed to, you signed off. So you signed on with the dockmaster, right? So we're gonna get them out there, and we're gonna get on the lifeboat, and then I'm gonna make sure all of us get back to land the safe way, and then the big dudes, they're gonna stay on the boat and then take the way back, to get the Tempest. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, this is a much shorter voyage than I expected then. Well, you get paid all the same, but from the sounds of it, we are to return to the harbor so that the other passengers can go on a different ship?
He kind of squints at you. Did they not tell you anything? Nah, dude, this is like a trap, right? So we're gonna get them where they need to be, and then we're gonna kind of set them straight. The rest of us are getting off this thing, and then these crazy dudes, they're gonna wait for the Tempest, man.
Oh, very well. Well, thank you for informing us.
Sure, bro. Sure. Hey, could you
I go.
Could you move that box like that way, please?
Yeah. I just
Good.
do as instructed and kind of polish a few more of the barrels that are loose around here and head back to Vale. So they said it's a trap,
Oh, well, that's forthright.
and they're going to wait for something called the Tempest. Are you familiar with that? Is that like another ship name or a natural phenomenon of the area?
Could be both. Could be one or the other. All right. And then
I'll walk by and set down one of my boxes and kind of wipe my brow. You said something about a tempest. They're getting off.
think, based on what Reginald's expressed, we would be expected to row back in some lifeboats while the Mollum and their underlings ride this ship into quote-unquote the Tempest as it approaches.
Why would they just take sand?
My assumption is that we'll need to find some sort of way to stay on this ship while expected to be on those lifeboats to row back to Yarmul, so that way we can observe and potentially intervene with what's going on with the Mollum. As for the sand, I wonder if it's weight to resist against the potentially might of the Tempest, or, oh my goodness, Civic, I think I might know why there's sand on the ship.
Why is there sand on the ship?
The your teachings on the hill.
Yeah? The prismatic way?
You spoke of a balance of elements.
Yes, of course. Air, earth, fire, water, bolt, and ice.
And I could tell that the Mollum was attuned to electrical tendencies. What is its inverse?
Bolt? Bolt's balanced with ice. Traditionally, there are a few ways to order the elements, but the way I see it, lightning bolt is chaotic. It has to deal with luck, salt water, where ice is like you, ordered and cautious and sweet. Sand would be maybe earth, right? Willful, dependable. Or I guess it could also be water. What are you thinking?
I wonder if the Mollum intends to anchor himself with the sand on this ship such that he can use his bolt abilities with wild abandon out here.
Because they're across from each other, they could cancel each other out. A willful plan relying on a bit of chaos, I could see that working. Or I could see them trying.
Well, potentially that's a way we could throw things off as things get out of hand. But our main focus for the meantime is making sure we have a place to stow away here. And as good as it is, Reginald, thank you for uncovering this information. Now the captain will expect to see us on the lifeboats. Your face is known.
I
But
very much doubt they're going to waste too much time waiting for us. Seems that they are well instructed and willing to leave no matter what.
Fair
our
enough.
faces are known, but not our faces.
True, but it's the
I
lack
could end the
thereof.
illusion.
It's the lack thereof that will be the issue. If they don't see Reginald on the lifeboats, they might find that suspicious. But perhaps we'll just be other faces in the crowd. Maybe we can get a little bit more work done around here and then find some place to lie low while the lifeboats are dropped.
Yeah, does it look like there's any good places to hide? Having worked in the shipment and box, is there like a pallet under the ship that has a lot of items that we can kind of potentially hide behind, or some less explored areas of the ship?
You guys can certainly try to find space in the hull to stay hidden as this exchange starts to happen. So it sounds like your intention is to stay hidden and stay on the ship as this all breaks down. That the course of action you guys would like to pursue?
Set sail.
Yes.
Okay.
Stay the
What
course.
a plan.
I would like for you to roll for me a dex check. You're looking to beat a 7.
Each of us?
I will take the lead on this.
Group
Yeah,
effort.
take the lead. All right.
I've got 2 d10s for this one, and I'll see if I can tug on the illusions that we're currently imbued with tug on some of that lingering spiritual elemental magic, just to see if that might help us a little
Tugging
bit.
on the illusions.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 7.
All night long.
I got a 6.
What do I need to get?
7.
It's gotta be a 7.
Just got to beat a 7. Oh, that is a 2 and a 4. So for this one, I will use a Fabula point.
Okay. Nice.
And I need to, yeah, that's 6. So I'm going to invoke a trait. No, not to reroll. Not to reroll. I need to invoke a bond to add its strength.
Certainly.
So as we are crouched down, sneak in, hide in wherever we are, I will look to Vale, not making eye contact or anything, just kind of looking at you from behind, and just think about how much I admire you and the plans that you make. And that will boost us +1 for our bond to a 7.
You guys find suitable space to hide yourselves away, and you can hear on deck as the dinghy is being prepped to be sent out. Captain Carson, you kind of hear him doing like counts. You hear him do like 1 count. Then you hear him doing a head count again. And then you can hear heavy footsteps. And you hear Mullum race car. Well then, Captain. It has been a pleasure riding with you. Thank you for taking us out this far. I'm sure that the defenders will pay you handsomely when you return safely. Yeah, man. Sure. It was nice being a captain of a big boat for a while. That was nice. Nice change of pace. Shame you're gonna destroy the thing, but it is what it is. You haven't seen like 3 guys, have you? Captain, I am in charge of my men, as I'm sure you are used to being in charge of yours. So you understand that the weight of making sure that you know where your people are is on your shoulders and your shoulders alone. Yeah, I know where all my guys are. Yeah, they're we're all here. We're all good to go. So I'll just we'll just be setting out and happy hunting. You catch that Tempest. I'm sure she will give us some trouble, but I think I'm capable enough to have it under control. The troubles. And you hear as the dinghy hits the water, and you can hear the sound of paddles and oars as
Ding, ding, ding.
as they row away, and you can feel the ship lurch as it corrects course and slowly makes its way back to the place where it started.
And
Reginald.
Yeah.
Are we going away from the city again?
well, it sounds like they plan to chase a Tempest in this, so I trust we're going in the right direction.
I say we lie low until we hear more activity up top. No sense in
Agreed.
blowing our cover early.
And just a reminder, our plan is to stop Molum before he stops the Tempest, or to let Molum try and then stop them once everyone's weak up above.
My main concern is confirmation of this clone that has their stone. I say we await when that is revealed, and in the confusion of any confrontation, hop in.
I think that sounds wise. We don't want to jump the gun and lose this trail, but we also don't want the Mollum to have access to the powers of a relic. So if we can shoot the gap, as it were, I think that's our best bet. It's a great plan, Reginald. It's a great plan.
Agreed.
It doesn't take long, maybe an hour of waiting inside the hold, before you hear a commotion above deck. You can hear one of the men go, "It's over there! Look!" And you feel the rocking of the ship stop. There is no sway. There is no movement on the water. It's a dead calm. Do you
The eye
stay in
of
the hold?
a storm?
Do you stay in the hold?
Have we been able to hear people moving around pretty consistently to know that the coast is clear in the hold?
You've been able to, keep track of all the movement, so you have a pretty good guess that if you went up now kind of carefully, you'd be able to move about until you did something extreme without being noticed.
Civic, lead the way. We'll follow in your footsteps. We need to see what's going on upstairs.
All right. Stay right behind me. And I begin to do a Scooby-Doo creep.
You
Why are you
Scooby-Doo
walking like
creep
that?
up the
Sorry.
steps. You Scooby-Doo creep up the steps, and you get up on deck in time to see a somewhat puzzling sight. First, you see the Mullum and all the defenders with their suits off. You see them wearing the standard gear that you would see from the hill. All of them have the same marked scarring on the back, the blazing palms directly across from their shoulders all the way to like the base of their spine. You see the Mullum in a meditationary stance as he faces what is inbound. The sea is still, the clouds are nowhere to be seen, and in the distance you see another ship of similar size, of similar quality, perhaps a little bit faster. And rising up from that ship is a woman with chemical green hair and lightning flashing away from her body. She holds a staff that has a large crystal upon it, much larger than the ones that you've seen on the artifacts, all practically pulsing with light, with several mechanical cords connecting it and the staff together. She rises 5 feet, 10 feet off the boat, and with a mad laugh and with a furious smile, she begins running on air, sprinting towards your ship. When she is 50 meters out, she casts one hand before her, and you watch a quasi-sun appear before her as she moves to blast your ship to smithereens. As this small sun approaches the ship, the Mullum leaves his stance, takes a few steps back, and runs until the point of the ship, jumping into the sun. You watch as he disappears into the light, and you hear a thunder crack as the blast is dissipated, and he, flying through the other side, hurls a lightning bolt right back at her. Their battle begins, and it is breathtaking. The attention of all his pupils are drawn in that direction, as is yours, which is unfortunate, because it means you're all just a moment too late to notice as the Myconid rises from the deep and rocks your boat as it climbs on board. Roll initiative. Ah, yeah. The feel of the sea breeze in your hair. Dude, you guys ever go sailing before? You ever, hit the coast and just, see other lands and stuff?
I've traveled a little bit, mostly around the pit. Well, not too much in the pit, like from the hill in those regions to the pit.
Usually it's the road that calls me.
What does
Not
it call
too
you?
much. I've mostly been in the pit and tend to stay away from water. It's good to know that I'm in charge of my locomotion.
That's like the
Versus-
fun, dude. You gotta, enjoy the motion of the ocean, my guy.
Vale narrows his eyes while listening.
You don't just, sit on deck and feel the brocking, the bobbing, the waving, my guy. There's the chill movements of stuff that's out of your control, surrendering yourself to, the mercy of something much larger and much more beautiful than yourself.
That's like the opposite of what I tend to enjoy.
Actually, I
Ah.
get that. Yeah.
Oh, see, this guy gets it. Yeah.
Vale's looking between the two of them. Is nobody else hearing this? No.
When you
Okay.
find something bigger than yourself that you can kind of embrace fully and let yourself become one with it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would prefer to be on top of a situation and have control at any given time.
Well, you can't
See, for
always be on top of a situation. Sometimes you do have to maybe be a little submissive.
I feel like that goes against my whole desire to guard and protect. But if
Well,
you wish to surrender yourself to the elements, then, I have no qualms with that.
Not all the time. I mean, you can be versatile.
Oh, okay. So like a switch hitter. So if I'm attacking with my right hand, I switch to my left hand and attack with that as well.
Switches can be involved.
Are the two of you quite done? We have a break in the action. We should be taking time to enjoy it, not
Talking
sending
theology.
our heart rates into a what?
I was talking theology. This is par for the course at the Hill.
Oh, listen, just because you scream for God during it doesn't make it theology, okay? Now, if we pay attention here to the charter, we can see that we are here on a direct mission from True Meta Inc., and we need to make sure that we get this ship safely back to where it belongs as soon as humanly possible. So, whatever it is that the two of you are doing with all of this rigging and all of these crates all pushed together conspicuously in the corner is between the two of you and whoever else is on board. Y'all are adults. I don't particularly care. But if I may, step aside and let the listeners listen to what they came here for, which is a very different kind of action.
You were pretty good at tying those knots. That's all I'm going to say, Vale.
Okay, so you did know what you were talking about.
I think that's perfect. All right, so for initiative, I got a 2.
Okay, good. Great start.
That's dexterity willpower, right?
Dex Insight.
Dex inside. That's right.
Who's leading?
Usually it's fail. Oh, but I got a 10 plus 4, 14.
Oh.
Whoa, you have a +4 to initiative. Oh, you rolled a 10 and a 4.
I rolled a 10 and a 4.
Gotcha.
I was like, you have a +4 to initiative. You should be taking it. That's a 5 and a 9 for a 14.
There we
Minus
go.
1 plus a 1, 14.
Then looks like you guys are going first. So, as you guys may have guessed, there's going to be a couple of clocks. There's 3 clocks, actually, to be precise. There's one clock called The Ship Sinks. Pretty straightforward.
See, I'm familiar with Luna and Gregorian. I'm not familiar with that one.
The next clock is called Mullum Wins.
Oh, cool.
And the final clock is called Clutch Wins.
That's so cool.
The Ship Sinks clock has 8 segments. The Mullum Wins has 6 segments. And the Clutch Wins has 4 segments. Now, you guys have maybe ways you can participate in either clock, but the more pressing issue is that as you are observing this scene, as the disciplines are in a meditation pose, observing the fight, as Mullum is in the air, hurling lightning bolts and fending off large balls of fire, as Tandy Clutch, or at least a version of her with bright green hair, is hurling giant balls of fire. There's a big mushroom that just climbed on your ship, and you might want to deal with that.
Matt, does this mushroom look familiar?
So, it looks awful familiar.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, you can see some very familiar burn scars on its body.
The sand works in mysterious ways, doesn't it?
The sands. It's always about the sand, man. And the spice. You can never forget the sands or the spice.
Bum 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 bum.
Mushroom
So-
Sandman.
Was this in Dune?
So
I don't remember this song in Dune.
and we're probably good, right? That should be fair use. So fellas, it's you. What's going on? What's the play?
We are still disguised as the thugs.
Right.
I think that should
Yes,
change
you
nothing.
Are currently, of course.
Just reminding the listener.
You guys are currently disguised as Kevin and two of his thugs. So,
Based on who they are, we're definitely disguised.
These guys.
We're disguised.
We're in disguise.
Disguised.
yeah.
These
Yeah, you guys are
guys.
disguised, okay?
Should I lead us off with a study to see if our myconid friend has changed at all in composition?
I think if that's allowed, go for it. I'm trying to remember what I did last time. Fire, I think. Lots of fire.
Well then, muttering to himself, Vale will say, "Look, Kevin, what do your rat eyes see?"
To himself?
Okay.
And yeah. And I'm going to roll a double insight for a study action.
Sure. Roll this at +2 difficulty.
+2 difficulty?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so you're making it harder for me?
Just a tiny bit. A touch. You'd hardly notice.
Okay. I think that's okay. So I rolled a 5 and an 8, so that's a 13. But I do have a +4 because I'm focused. So that is a 17. However, I do know the highest threshold is 16, so I guess I missed the highest threshold, which is now 18.
Correct.
That's okay. I figured this myconid is most times probably going to try to pummel us. So it's alright if I don't learn any more basic attacks and spells. I am personally most interested in learning if its HP, MP, and affinities have changed, but also its defense, etc.
Certainly. Some of this information is a repeat. Its rank. No, it's still champion. Its species is still plant. However, its maximum HP is now 250. Maximum MP is now 80. Its traits are still infected and still clone. Its attributes are still Dex D8, Insight D6, Might D12, Willpower D8. Its defense is now 10. Its magic defense still 6. Its affinities, it now only resists physical, and it only resists it only resists physical and fire. And that's what you'll get for now. So that is Tetsudo Vale.
All right. Well, friends, it looks like this thing has come with a harder hide, and it's back for more. It's the same one that we fought before, but it looks like it is resistant still in its hide to that those physical attacks, and it appears that flames will not tarnish it as much as we had hoped before. But everything else, I think, is fair game. So, looks like this falls to you.
I'll
Civic.
nod, looking at the soaking wet myconid and up at the lightning sun bursts in the sky over the ship. I think I know what I should do.
Okay. As you make that decision, the myconid will go next, and it'll immediately use its spell, Crush.
Its spell?
Its spell.
Crush?
Yeah.
Like the soft drink? I hope it's like the soft drink.
How do you spell that?
Sort of.
Oh, did you say
Sort of like
spill?
Not quite. No.
Dang it.
Orange crush all over the deck. We're fused to it now.
It's so sticky now. The ship is safe. Hooray. The myconid.
Can we stop with the ship?
I'm a completely different person, okay? That was mid-roll guy. This is, don't worry about it. So the myconid will puff up a little bit, and it'll extend 2 more caps that kind of grow out from its body, and then all 3 lean back to an extent that almost pulls the ship in one direction, and then it all crashes down upon the ship. I rolled a D12, and a D8. And I got a 9 and a 7. So, what's you guys' physical defense?
11.
17. Crazy, huh?
13.
13. Sounds like I
10?
hit all of you. So, Mr. Oathsword, would you like to protect somebody, or are you going to let this splash?
I'll let this splash.
Okay. Everybody takes 25 points of physical damage as the Myconid crushes down on you guys. The ship gets destroyed, gains a tick, and that's the Myconid's turn. 7 more and the ship gets destroyed. But it is your turn. The Myconid resets.
I can go next.
Please do.
As the ship rocks, I'll leap past the splintering wood and kick off on a railing as I whip out my sword, and feeling the tingling of the bolt energy up above, the cold water all around, I'll think of the plan that we had established and kind of waiting to see how Clutch and Mollum duke it out, but knowing that we need the ship to stay in one piece, I will just narrow my eyes and lunge toward the Myconid as a white freezing energy sweeps along my blade. And what I'm going to do is
Nice.
Use some inventory points, some of the spray paint refill that I got, and I will spray a symbol of weakness onto the Myconid, this time for ice. So
Right
I'm
on.
going to need to land that attack. So dexterity plus might. So a D10 and a D8 plus 4 to hit. And that is 8 plus 4 plus 4, 16.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
absolutely.
No
Give me some
damage on this
damage.
one. It's just going to land that symbol.
Oh, right. Yes. Apologies. Yes. You leave your mark. What does it look like?
For ice, I think it's going to be kind of like spiked graffiti, like almost like a snowflake, but just the kind of harsh lines of a spray can as I swipe out with my sword and etch this into the flesh of the Myconid, leaving this kind of frosty glow.
Right on. You leave this etching upon the Myconid, and it is going to, in response, swing down upon you with its slam attack. Hot dice today. That's a 10, a 6 with a plus 3. You're looking at a 19 to hit.
A 19 will hit, and that is an odd number. Okay. I need to keep an eye on that for my
And
counterattack.
that is-
I will take that hit instead.
Sure. You leap into the way of this strike, and you absorb all 20 points of physical damage as this Myconid retaliates.
Thanks, Reginald.
But the Myconid resets.
And next, it being my turn, I just enter a guard action on Civic. And as I go to guard, I grab one of the boxes that has sand and throw it at the mushroom, attempting to hinder as part of my shield to try to weaken this creature.
Roll away.
Getting the sand inside of all the porous nature of the mushroom.
Oh, you know it's
Yeah.
going to take a while to wash off.
Yeah?
Pocket sand.
Is that what type of roll should I do for that hinder?
You're throwing something at it, so I'd say this is Might Dex.
Hate to see it. The shot goes wide as I'm still getting my footing from the ship moving. I got a 5.
Gotcha. That's tough. Good try, though. With your action taken, it is the Myconid again. It seems to remember its frustration dealing with you specifically, Reginald, and it's going to try to slam attack you. Hot dice today. That is a 6, and a plus 3. We're looking at a 15, bud.
That'll hit.
Okay.
Wait, did it crit?
2 6s?
Did crit.
Ay.
Oh. Oh, ooh. You hate to see it.
Now it's going to make him do a
so-
faux pas.
So first, first things first, Reginald, you're going to take 16. I know you reduced that down to 8 physical damage.
Down to 6, actually.
Oh, wow. It's a lot of mitigation. Nice. The next thing that happens is I will use the opportunity. Oh, you hate to see it, fellas. Progress. As the Myconid slams you into the deck, it does more damage to the ship.
Ouch.
We are now at 3 progress in the ship sinks of 8. As the turn
Cool.
resets, my friends, I almost forgot. Could you, Eric, Max, could you be so kind to me specifically and roll me a d10? Pretty please.
5.
5?
6.
Okay. 5 and a 6. And then I'm going to roll a d10 for Tandy. Tandy gets a 10. We get one more tick in the boxes, one more movement in the clock. The clock specifically, Tandy wins. Goes up 1. 3 more and Tandy wins.
Can you describe what she's doing over our heads? Or are we just hearing sounds because we're focused on this Myconid?
You are clashing with this Myconid, but out of the corner of your eyes, you can watch whirlwinds of ice and lightning being hurled back and forth. You're watching 2 titans using elemental magic and mastery over all that's around them to clash. Whenever Tandy hurls balls of fire and attempts to freeze Mullum manages to repel the blast, either throwing lightning back and forth at her or by swiftly moving, using the air to turn and twist his body around to deflect the attacks, occasionally diving down into the water to send waves of ice to repel her. But you have no time to focus on this fight, or, I mean, I suppose you could, if you'd like to let the Myconid finish its work. Top of the order, gang. It's your turn.
So I'm going to leap out in it, and I want to jab my sword toward it and cast Iceberg. Everything in the air and the water and whatnot, just a precision strike as ice shatters out and away from the tip as a pillar of ice magic moves to envelop the foe. If I can land it, I need to do dexterity and might +4.
You're looking to beat a 6. If you can.
That is a 10 + 2, 12 + 4, so 16.
So close.
So close. High roll being a 10 is fantastic. That's 10 + 25, 35. Plus my personal touch is 5, so 40. Plus the symbol of weakness, so 45. Ice damage.
Not. This massive burst of ice envelop parts of its body. You watch as the Myconid cringes at the sudden coldness around itself, and you see it try to shift and move in a way that it would allow it to break the ice. But even as it's moving, you see the ice not only maintains form but seems to move alongside its body. You're reminded briefly of your previous scuffle with this, as when you blasted it with fire, it seemed to take in some of that element and then redistribute. On its turn, it's going to do an old classic. It's going to cast its spell again. It's going to try to hit everything with Crush. Oh, that's not nearly as good. 4, 2, a +3 does a 9 hit you guys as physical.
No.
Does
Thank
not.
God.
Nice. Okay. The Myconid, with the ice on its body now, shifts awkwardly and tries to bring its entire weight down on the ship again, down on the 3 of you, but it cannot quite make it. The ice catches it in a weird spot, and it actually ends up piercing itself as it seems to try to slam down, and it immediately twists out of it, and you guys avoid the worst of the attack.
That would have been bad.
That would have been
for
very
me.
bad. That would have been very bad.
I would have
Myconid
I would have
resets.
soaked your hit, Vale.
You already used it.
This is the new turn order.
But you've not had a turn yet.
You've not had a turn yet.
It resets
would've
on
fully
your
would've hit
turn.
Oh
me.
yeah, start of the next turn. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have cooked me. Should I go? Because y'all need health.
Yeah.
I can comfortably eat one more hit before I start dumping MP, I think.
I could also eat one more of those before it gets bad.
But I can
yeah, it'll put me
but
into
I can
crisis.
help the two of you.
Okay.
I can help the two of you for free. So I'm going to do that.
I'll take a freebie.
So Vale will run out to the side and he will raise up the guiding star and then slap it down into the book shape to open it up into the guiding light, remembering the Myconid's physical resistances. And he will trace his finger along the page of the book and draw up 7 little tiny globules of light and flick them out at the Myconid as the symbol on the back of his glove, the sigil with the crystal in it, begins to glow as he flicks those out.
Oh.
Because the guiding light is a ranged arcane weapon that deals light damage instead of the guiding star, which deals physical damage.
Smart.
There you go.
But it is less accurate. Does more damage, has an element, but is less accurate. That is only going to be an 8 to hit.
This is magical
Magic?
defense.
I don't know. It's an arcane weapon, but I think because it's a basic attack, I believe it's still targeting its defense.
Okay. Then 8 will not find purchase. But before we confirm, could you roll me a d10, please?
Sure.
Please.
It's 3.
Never
And
mind.
although the motes of light tear around and dart hither and yon around the Myconid, they don't seem to find purchase, but it is distracted for a moment and lets the party get back to their feet. And both Reginald and Civic, from the aspects of the worm gem, will receive the benefits of Queen's Gambit, both, and will both receive 20 HP back.
Fantastic.
Nice. Very good. The Myconid not appreciating your light show. It's going to be a slam. It is cocked. I'm going to reroll that D10, D12. You're currently sitting at a 7 on the D8. I have horrible news.
It's another,
It is
7.
another
Is it
7.
another crit?
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah. So that is, first of all,
We're swimming to the other ship, boys.
Seriously.
It is a 17 overall to hit.
Yeah.
Yep, and that is 17 points of physical damage as it crashes into you.
I'm deep into Crisis.
Oh boy.
It's a good band
The
name.
next. Unfortunately, I have another opportunity, fellas, and
Mm-hmm.
I think you can imagine what's going to happen. We're getting more clock progression. Yippee! The boat sinks gets 2 more,
It's
Ticks.
at 5 out of 8.
and then the Myconid resets. It is your turn.
I see that Vale has just been properly clocked by this thing and go to guard. Vale.
Very good.
Civic, you got this.
Would you
Are you
like?
going to hinder?
Yes, I was going to say. Would you like to hinder?
Yeah, let's do it. Switching positions from guarding Civic to guarding Vale. I traverse the path of this mushroom, and as I'm kind of running, the shield starts to kind of glow this very bright light, and I kind of just reflect the sun and like the fire and the electricity I see into like a reflective lens at the eyes of this giant mushroom.
Yeah, definitely. There's a crack of lightning that times up perfectly in the distance that the light from it reflects against your shield. Well, let me not say perfectly until you see what this hinder check looks like. I'd say you're trying to reflect. You're just basically taunting, right? So let's get a might willpower.
A 7 and a 3, a 10.
There you go. That's all you need.
Excellent.
What are you gonna give him? Please lower his might.
Yeah. Weakness if I can, as this poor mushroom is has less cornea after being blinded.
Damn.
The eyes
Not
are
hurting the
a direct
cornea.
route to the brain.
Or I'll say, well, mushrooms don't do photosynthesis, do they? Do mushrooms do photosynthesis, or is it all
I'm sure some
decompositional?
can.
Depending on the
I'm
mushroom.
not gonna pretend to
Do you
know.
want to burn a fabula point to make it so?
Burn a fabula to decide it right now.
Yeah. And fantasy fabula, the influx of all of this light just overwhelms whatever photosynthesis it has, and it kind of weakens it from within.
Certainly.
Well, mushrooms like to grow in dark, damp places. They don't like the sun a whole bunch.
True.
So,
There you go.
Makes sense.
It is.
Fungi
the
do not have
myconid-
photosynthesis.
The myconid goes
Fabula mushroom does.
Fabula.
in. Yeah.
Anything's possible.
In fabula. On the mushroom's final turn for the round, just gonna slam down. Didn't like that you shine light in its face, so it's gonna slam down on Reginald.
It's wild that it gets as many turns as we do. It's like super fast.
You're looking at 15 to hit, my friend. It's a 5, a 7, and a +3
Me?
No, I
on
was,
Reginald.
Okay.
I was checking counterattack rules again.
If it's an even
looking
number.
for that even, but it has to be total. So the +3 made it a nod.
Yep.
How much was it again?
15 total. Does that hit?
That'll hit.
Okay. 17 more points of physical damage on your person. With all your weird reduction, you do that math. You have fun with that.
Okay.
And Eric, I would feel bad if I asked Max and I didn't ask you. Could you roll me a D10, please? Pretty please.
Of course. A 9.
A 9? A 9? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. With that, the turns reset, and I must have Tandy Clutch roll a D10. And she's going to get... Ooh, only a 1 this time. So we get 1 movement on the clock. Mullum Race Car wins. As
1 out of
their
6.
battle continues to be fierce back and forth. They are... It's definitely looking like Tandy has the upper hand, and even as they are fighting now, the disciples that are sitting kind of just behind you guys in a way, some of them have fallen over. They are not quite as intently focused in this fight, and it seems like Mullum is struggling more than he was previously. His movements aren't nearly as sharp. His attacks aren't fully breaking through her attacks, and she is pushing him back, but the fight could go either way still. Just like yours can, as it begins your turn once again.
Any concerns with me blasting another iceberg?
Just that we're not undoing the clock.
Yeah. I feel like
But-
minimizing the mushrooms. I mean, it's just got so much health, right? It's got,
We've done 45 damage.
which was me
in 3
last
turns.
turn, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like I have to keep attacking it or nothing's going to happen. But it's going to take,
You're the only one who can deal consistent damage to it.
and I'm burning through my MP. So at this rate, it's going to take how many turns to get rid of it? If I manage it perfectly, it's going to take
5.
6 turns. Yeah, 5.
6
So
turns.
5 more and another 100 MP. So Civic is doing that math in their head.
Killing the mushroom is not the solution.
Right. But I don't know how to fix the ship. That's not exactly my wheelhouse per se. Or it feels like stopping the myconib is the best way to help the ship. But if Matt keeps rolling crits, then we're sinking, you know?
Yeah, we're cooked.
So what's our
The dice have been in my favor.
do we need a party hat to like strategize a little bit? Because otherwise I'm going to keep blasting ice.
I mean,
You guys can if you'd like.
Reginald is kind of just like, What's stopping us from trying to get to her ship and let this one sink?
I guess if this one sinks, it would take down Mollum's minions, which would weaken Mollum significantly. But Mollum seems to have...
And then we'd have to deal with the demigod.
Basically.
The mage is fine. We've dealt with people with a rune before.
Not actively trying to... I mean, Clive didn't really have his heart in it, I felt.
I have to burn my next turn to use a potion for myself. I can't not.
To heal yourself. Okay.
Yeah. So I am not useful for 2 more turns.
Gotcha.
I will be KO'd on anything else. I have 11 hit points.
Okay. Then...
Yeah, I say you start with healing yourself, honestly.
Yeah, Reginald, you keep Vale in place. Now that you're up online, you can start guarding again. I'm at basically full health. I've got enough MP for another iceberg. I'll try and draw its attention another way. And maybe I can try and do iceberg while standing near Mollum's minions and hope that it starts to attack them instead of going aggro on us every round.
I think it's worth a shot.
Okay. So as all this is happening, lots of eye movements, brief glances, body language communication, Civic darts over toward Mollum's minions who are sitting and meditating and collapsing, gives them a glance because they're part of the hill. They're wearing the same, I imagine, the same kind of logo that I am, the same kind of clothes.
It's actually the same logo you saw on that guy back in Farwalk. The one of the fist clenched.
Oh, that's not just a symbol they have on their... Was it a symbol on their skin?
They have the burn mark on their back, but yes, they also have a different icon.
Huh. I will note that because that's interesting. And then I will turn one-handed point my sword at the Myconid and blast another iceberg, trying to draw its attention this way.
Certainly. Roll away.
D8 and D10. 6 plus 8, 14 plus 4, 18, which I assume will land.
Yeah, man.
Another pillar of ice magic shoots out toward the creature. High roll is 8 this time, so 8 plus 25 is 33, plus personal touch, 38, plus the symbol of weakness, 43 points of ice damage.
43, you say?
Yep. And I have 12 MP left.
You cast this pillar of ice, the sea, the water from the sea itself, enabling the freezing as it crawls all the way up throughout the Myconid's body. Again, it's still squirming against all of this, trying to prevent this freezing from fully encasing it, but you certainly have done a decisive blow against it. On the Myconid's turn. You know it. You love it. It's your favorite spell in the entire campaign thus far. Slam!
Slam!
The Myconid is going to slam down. Come on and slam. Welcome to this jam.
Welcome to the jam, ma'am.
That's great news, guys. It did bad. You're looking at a 7. 7 hit anybody?
Nope.
No?
No.
Great. Second time that casts this spell, and it does not seem to manage to do significant. Again, the movements are being slowed. It does try to amble over closer to Mollum's men, but it just doesn't make it quite as far as it wants to. It's your turn once again. The Myconid resets.
Should I go?
Yes, definitely.
Well, you got me covered?
Yep.
Vale's going to stumble a bit on his feet, drop to one knee, then rummage around in his bag to pull out a remedy, spending 3 IP to do so, and he will drink it and restore 50 HP because he is kind of on death's door. That's my turn.
Great. Did you roll me a d10?
Watch, this one
10.
puts you over.
10. Oh. Listener, you may have been wondering why I've had these guys roll d10s.
Oh boy.
They are the current owners of the 2 artifacts that the team has currently acquired. The Wyvern, currently the possession of Max, and the gardener, currently in possession of Eric. Now, these D10s are cumulative, and they're looking to hit 20, and the both of them are really close at the moment, but not quite there.
Oh.
So when they hit a 20 cumulatively, the artifact and the being within do a thing. They attempt to be helpful, and they interpret to their best ability the intention of their wielder and attempt to help them. But we'll see if they can get to that before the boat sinks, as it is the Myconid's turn.
Is this they let an AI loose on Facebook kind of situation, or?
Yeah, except you are Facebook in this scenario, and
Is there like
we'll
a
see
resonance?
what it becomes.
Is there something happening within the crystals? Like they feel it building or they feel it awakening the closer they get to that moment it can help?
As it's only succeeded once so far for either one of you. Not yet, no.
Okay.
Nothing, you guys don't feel any different. You don't feel any kind of compulsions or anything like that, but you can definitely tell that the artifact wants to help you. But, Myconids, we're getting distracted by humans when there's mushrooms about. The Myconid is going to recklessly swing down, as you guys tried to get them to, upon Mullum Racecar's disciples.
Hopefully they have high defense.
High defense isn't going to avoid a 16, unfortunately, as I rolled a 7, a 6, and they have a +3.
That's way too close to critting again, Matt.
Yeah, it's hot dice so far, huh?
I'm going to block that
Oh.
and take the hit.
Okay. Okay. I know why you do that, but okay. All right, you eat this hit. You're going to take 17 points of physical. Do your reductions. Mad lad.
What's your rationale? What's Reginald thinking when he does this?
They're defenseless. They're not actively attacking us. And also, I put 2 and 2 together that it seems that they're channeling some strength into Mullum. And if they were to disappear, it would be lopsided and we'd have a bigger threat to deal with. So all in all, taking a little bit of that hit for buying us more time, and also protecting someone that is defenseless and actively not attacking us, kind of all just fits with my theme.
I think that's excellent.
That's marvelous. That's not why I thought you were taking the hit, but that's great. I like that consistency.
Yeah. And also counterattack because the attack
there
was a
it is.
16. So.
Nice.
That's what I thought it was. I was like, wow, okay, never mind. Very selfless. Very demure.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, I can metagame and play my character. See, that's interesting storytelling, Matt.
it's not mitigating
it's the
if
love of the
it is
game.
consistent. Yeah, exactly.
A 9 and a 9.
And you
Oh, that's a
crit.
crit. Okay.
18.
Yeah, I
And
mean, yeah.
I do drop my high roll,
Okay.
unfortunately. So I'm just going to do the flat damage of my sword. Yeah, listeners, he does damage now. It is going to be
Yeah.
a +6 from the bronze sword. And if you remember, I mastered Guardian and took Hoplite, which gives me another flat +5, so 11 points of damage.
Nice. Yes.
Excellent.
Good. Very good.
It is
Physical, you
just
said?
physical,
All right.
but yeah.
Okay. I love that for you. I like every part of that. The consistency of character, the scheming to get a counter in. I love it. Very proud of you. And hey, it's your turn.
It is.
You got to pick your opportunity.
I do
You
have
also
to pick
you
my
have to pick your
opportunity.
opportunity. Of course, yes. You have a lot of options.
I do.
Personally, I'd recommend Unmask, but that's just me.
Yeah, what does the Myconid really want? What's its true motivation on this ship?
Oh, I can also just erase 2 sections of the clock.
Yeah.
You certainly can.
Buy us more time. So I will do that.
Okay. Which
as
clock would you like to erase from?
the ship being destroyed?
Okay, if that's the one you want to stop, I will take 2.
What does that leave us at, Matt?
Leaves you at 3 for the ship gets destroyed.
Out of 8.
Okay.
Great usage of an opportunity. Well done. And now it's your turn.
Now, at the start of my turn, seeing that Vale is a little bit more back on his feet, I'm going to guard Civic and do my reassuring presence, which will allow me to regenerate some MP, so you'll gain 12 MP
Thank you.
That's great.
as my mind clock increases to 1 filled section. And with the guard, I'll try another hinder. This time, I'm going to try the same thing, honestly. I'm going to take advantage of the flashing to, blind it once more. It seemed that some attacks missed when I disoriented it, so I want to keep it from seeing us clearly.
It's another might willpower, my friend.
A 7 and a 2. Do y'all think this is a fabula thing for a condition, or accept the flub?
Well, you haven't used it yet.
How many points you got?
2, I believe.
Did we get another when
Burn it.
we saw Clutch?
Yes, apologies. Yes, you guys should have gained a fabula point for seeing Clutch.
Yeah,
Sweet.
I took that one into account for my
Okay.
2. Sure, I'm going to go ahead and burn that fabula using my bond towards Vale, seeing as how badly you've gotten hurt. I just want to make sure that you are safe, and I think I see you, and you kind of motion your arm a little to the right. You can see an angle that I can't, and then I kind of readjust that ray of light as I give it the condition to reduce its willpower, because its dex is already a 6, you said, right?
Sure is.
Dex was an 8.
Dex is an
Oh,
8,
I'll-
yes.
I'll reduce its dex then.
Tell you what, roll me a d10.
An 8.
Great news, Reginald. You want to apply the slow effect? Your relic feels. What are you trying to accomplish? What do you want to get done?
Ultimately, I want this mushroom to stop attacking the ship. But to the end of...
In this exact moment, as you're reflecting light into the mic in its eye, what is it that you want right then?
For it to be blinded so it misses its next attack against us.
Okay. All right. You feel this, and you can feel a warmth from the other side of your shield as you're raising it up to cast this light into the myconid's being. You feel not just this warmth, but also the shield gains some heaviness, some heft would be more apt. As Vale and Civic, you watch as a flower begins to grow and then blossom on Reginald's shield, casting a bit of bioluminescence shining into this creature's direction. It is going to take a penalty to its next attack, but it is now its turn. The Myconid doesn't like that you've done this, as you can imagine. It's going to try to slam on you, Reginald. You've kneecapped me, sir. I do not appreciate this. Unfortunately, I still rolled a 16 with a 10 and a 3 and a 3.
All I heard was 16.
But penalty. But penalty. With its -5 penalty, it's only an 11 to hit.
Perfect. As it kind of takes the swing out and I see this flower pattern on me, I'm also going to use my psychic shield for the purpose of this check that gets triggered when something is attacking or targeting me. I can treat my defense and magic defense scores as being equal to my willpower die size, plus the number of filled sections of my Brave Wave clock multiplied by 2, which will cost me 5 NP, but I will move my filled sections of the clock to 2, and I am able to block that hit with this kind of psychic shield that comes out from.
Nice. Yeah, you've described in past like the kind of phantom that grows from around you when you use the gardener to protect yourself and protect others, and you watch this phantom put its hand out to assist in catching this attack with you. And you block this blow. Well done.
I kind of like to think that this spectral form is kind of blue tinged, as you kind of see the people with the red hand, and then this blue hand on the opposite, kind of just balancing out.
That's so good.
At the end of the round, Tandy's gonna roll another D10 to see how she's doing over there. Rolled a 1 previously, and this time she only gets a 4. So, Nolan Racecar gets 1 tick on his clock, as he is starting to turn the tides on this one.
2 out of
With
6.
your efforts to protect the ship and his efforts to prevent himself from dying, he manages to get the upper hand on her, casting a blast of fire that erupts behind her, catching her off guard and throwing her off her trajectory. You can still, on occasion, despite the chaos of the battlefield, hear Tandy laughing. She's cackling to herself as this fight rages on. At the beginning of the next round, that's you guys again. What would you like to do? Who's going?
So party hat from me, I've got 24 MP, which is good, but if I do another iceberg, I'll be at 4, and then future attacks, I won't have anything. I haven't procced my proper elemental weapon yet to do ongoing damage. So I could do that and get the 10 MP just for a normal strike, but then I won't have done an iceberg. So I guess I want to check with you guys, is there a way for me to get more MP in the future? Eric's nodding.
Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's worth it to keep doing this iceberg thing.
Yeah.
I'd
One
say
of us
so.
also, the two of us don't really need IP for any of our abilities, so we can always do a ether.
Gotcha. Okay.
too.
Then I can go first and just keep it up with the frosting stuff.
Yeah, go for it.
Then I'll do that. I will go continuing off past Reginald, seeing that Reginald is defending Mollum's minions. I'll just give a quick nod and dart to that final third of the Myconid, trying to get like these 3 pillars of ice kind of equidistant from each other around the thing. I'll dart past Vale and see how he's doing as he's gulping down a potion. I'll take my position on the far end, hop up on the railing, and swipe my sword out and around, just very precise, now looking toward the Myconid, seeing in the distance overhead Mollum and Clutch fighting in the air. I will send out another iceberg.
Fire away.
Again, D10, D8. Fantastic. 14 plus 4, so 18. That's another 10 and a 4 on the dice. That'll be another
that'll absolutely land.
burst of max damage. 10 plus 25, so 35 plus 5 plus 5, 45 points of ice damage against the Myconid.
As you land this blast, this pillar of ice, the Myconid enters crisis.
There we go.
You see it shake and shiver with the ice around it, and then you see something you haven't seen before. Its body expands and then diffuses, and you see spores leaving its body and starting to spread around the surrounding area.
Okay. Good. This is a good thing.
Yeah. You know it. You love it. It's your favorite spell. It's Crush. Everyone, welcome Crush back to the stage.
Hi, Crush. Hey, Crush.
Boo.
Hey, Crush.
Fuck out of here.
Scared for a second there. Worried it was going to be another crit. It's not, but I was scared. It is, however, a 14. The
Yeah.
14 meet.
14 will hit.
Yeah.
Bad news, gang. That is another 32 points of physical damage.
Jeez.
I'll actually take the blow from Vale.
Nice, nice.
Oh, both you guys take half. Make sure you take half damage, Civic, because you're being guarded. You have resistance.
Oh, great.
Whenever you're being guarded, you have resistance if you get hit by something.
Yep.
Vale looks up in terror as this huge mushroom stalk comes bearing down upon him and like yelps in relief as Reginald intercepts the blow.
Reginald, do remember to take the full damage because you were eating 2 instances of it.
Yep.
And the ship takes 1 progress towards being destroyed automatically.
Halfway
Mushroom
there.
resets. Yes, we're back to being halfway there. Better than it was before, but it's back to looking like this could be a very scary situation. It's your turn.
How are your respective healths? Are you low enough that I need Reginald, are you low enough that I need to dump single target into you? Or
I am at 38.
are you in crisis?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that just
Oh.
pushed me over. But remember, my health pool is pretty large.
Well, that's
Right.
why it's so shocking that you're in crisis.
Yeah.
Civic, how's your
I'm at
health?
41.
Would 20 overcap
So
you?
I'm at 2/3. 20 would fill me.
Would it overcap?
Nope.
I say split it.
You want me to split it?
Yeah. I plan to still
Yeah,
guard.
20 is 20 is effectively 40 on you. Okay. Yeah. Vale will then roll out of the way and raise the guiding light once more, conjuring up those small beads of light in an attempt to fire them out at the Myconid for a 9 to hit.
9 will not quite succeed, but hey, could you roll me a d10?
It's a 3.
It's a 3. Hey, that's just enough to push you over. What is it that Vale would like to accomplish in this exact moment?
I'm trying to restore my friend's vitality,
Okay.
keep them safe, protect them from the beast at hand.
That's great. And as your desire is to aid your friends, your attack unfortunately does not quite land, but instead of healing for 20, you guys heal for 30.
Ooh, 30 each. But Vale grits his teeth and brings the moats around and decides he's not okay with letting things go as they are. And he will use a fabula point to invoke his bond with Reginald and will cause the motes of light to hit, dealing 7 points of damage because of Queen's Gambit reducing the high roll to 0.
Nice.
7 points of light damage, I should specify. And that will spend a fabula point, which I think means we've each spent 1 fabula point.
We
this
sure
round.
have.
Well done, boys. Done. On the Myconid's turn, it will use a slam, but because it's in crisis, there's a special effect. It is going to choose to. It doesn't like when you throw light at it. Is it currently guarding Civic or is it currently guarding Vale?
I'm guarding Civic.
Sorry. You're currently guarding Civic. Okay. So yes, it will be an attack on Vale. I just wanted to be sure if it was going to go from targeting Vale to targeting Reginald, but it's going to target Vale. It is going to do a slam. 17 to hit you, Mr. Vale.
Weirdly enough, doesn't hit.
Whoa. That's crazy, dude. With
Yeah, it hits.
a 9, 5, and a +3. Yeah. So a 17. So you will take 19 damage, 19 physical. And then I need you to make me a might check. You're looking to beat a 10.
Well, let me roll my 2d6s.
Yep. You still could.
To roll a 6 and a 4 for a 10.
Yeah.
You
Love to see
feel
it.
as the Myconid slams down upon you, you are hit with like a rush of spores that wash over your body, and you feel yourself coughing, fighting back the infestation that this thing is filled with. but you manage to resist, and you manage to keep yourself from. You push back against whatever illness this thing would like to cause upon you.
As it slams into Vale, it sends his limbs flying akimbo, and his handkerchief comes up out of a pocket, and he snatches it out of the air and clasps it over his mouth as the spores rush around him.
Very good. Reginald, I believe it's you.
Yeah, I continue to guard Civic as I'm basically just coaching him to hit different points along the Mycolin's body and do my reassuring presence. Since I'm not actively swinging, I have a bit more time to take in things, and I will restore to you 22 MP.
Incredible. Fantastic. Thank you so much.
And that's what I do
What?
for my turn.
Awesome. Great. I don't believe I asked you two to roll me a d10 again this round, did I? Could you do me a favor?
3.
Max, I missed yours.
I did roll
Oh, you did.
on my
You
turn.
did. Okay, never mind. Yes,
Okay.
you're good.
Damn, because
Okay.
it was a 7. You're making me roll d10s and burn my d10 luck.
It's not. It's all.
I need to hit level 20 so I can roll d12s for my own stuff.
There you go. That'd be the route to go about it. All right, Tandy will roll her d10. Oh, unfortunate for her. The fight has really hit a weird swing. Tandy is still all laughs in the air as she does this deadly dance with Mullum, but Mullum seems to be winning more of these exchanges as this fight goes on.
So he's at 3 out of 6?
It's 3 out of 6 for Mullum wins the fight, with Tandy still only
Interesting.
at 1 out of 4. In the distance, as you guys are far and away, far away from this fight, there's a rumbling on the lands just outside of Yarmul. A vessel, large and old, much older than anything that has been built in Yarmul in recent decades, flies in the sky, low, slow, almost jaunty. A dreadnought, an astral ship wielded by the ancients of this world, cruises into the sight of Yarmul, resting just above the jaws. It surveils the scene and looks down upon an amazing battle happening over the sea. From within, with his ponytail tied tight and a sinister grin on his face, Alejandro looks down onto this battle, points to the smaller ship, the one not being assaulted by a mushroom, and snarls, "Fire!" It's sudden. In the middle of your battle, you barely have any time to notice as a blast from nowhere, seemingly nowhere, rains in your direction, and you are fortunate to not be directly hit by it as a laser completely evaporates the Onamir. Clutch, the Tempest on still waters, stops laughing as she looks back to the last of her memories. The ship her father and her rid upon for years after her mother passed is naught but dust. And then she looks up. She looks up to this vessel, and then, seemingly as if all the life left her with the realization of what is going on, she collapses into the water.
It's all about rolling dice, baby!